Okay, we're going to talk about multifunctionality here. We're going to talk about the difference between a machine that you can't adjust and a machine that you can adjust. This is set up to be completely adjustable. What we have here is a 28 horsepower Subaru fuel injected engine running dual pumps so that we can use 6-gallon minute pumps at only 4 gallons a minute each. They're running nice and slow. That makes them run nice and cool. So at only 8 gallons a minute for the total system. At 3,600 psi with the horsepower, we got a dual pump system that's going to live a long time, and it can easily draw water from the holding tanks. We still like to dual feed our pumps, even at 4 gallons a minute. So these seal kits and these pumps will live a long time, especially because we're running slow speed pumps. Now we'll talk about using dual pumps with multifunctionality. If I only want 4 gallons a minute right now for doing a quick demo inside of a restaurant or something, I want limited flow and good temperature, then I want to have the heat turned up, I want to have the engine turned down so I'm not wasting any horsepower, not wasting any flow. I'm using each of the pumps at 2 gallons a minute to get a total of 4. Why waste the gasoline otherwise? And they're working easy. They draw water easy. There's no harm, no foul in this. So having an adjustable throttle control allows me to have adjustable flow control. And with a 12 volt heater, I'm not worried about not having enough voltage to run off of a generator. So no generator, 12 volt heater, multifunctional system with adjustable throttle control. Here's the next step. If we want full pressure and full flow, then we'll have the engine at full speed, leaving the primary unloader valve at full pressure. And I don't want to mess with that adjustment because the sweet spot is so critical on the high pressure side of the system. We don't want any unusual pressure spikes going through the hoses or the heater or anything else to wear things out prematurely. So normally we like to leave the high pressure unloader set for maximum system pressure and don't mess with it. But we add a secondary control here where we open a valve that allows a secondary regulator that you can adjust for anything in between. This particular example here is going to give us between 500 and 2,500 psi. So as soon as I open this valve, the secondary regulator is giving us all of our pressure regulating. So I can match nozzles in, let's say, a vacuuming surface cleaner to give me maybe only 1,500 psi or 1,000 psi inside of a big restaurant. So we can go with work speed, minimizing the effect of damaging tiles, but the reduced flow at the low pressure will allow the temperature to go up so we can sterilize the floors of that kitchen as fast as you can move. Now that is a multifunctional system that can really do something for you. Also, you have the option of going into the higher temperature ranges with an adjustable temperature control that goes up to 300 degrees. And let's say you want to remove gum today. Gum disintegrates at 260 degrees. You may have to back off the flow to 3 or 4 gallons a minute to get that kind of temperature, but you're going to get that temperature if you back off the flow, match the nozzle to minimize the flow coming through the heater, and by matching the pressure with something that's tolerable, we can steam clean and sterilize and remove gum instantly. That's multifunctionality.